But he is responsible for the degradation that we see somewhat of our democracy in this country. And I just think as a faithful person, look at God. Look at God.
Look at God. Look at God. Tucker Carlson's responsible for the degradation of American society.
The matriarchy can fly the mission accomplished flag across America. It toppled the man-made meritocracy that imperfectly defined American culture for 200 plus years. The fall of Tucker Carlson at Fox News symbolizes the matriarchy's prioritizing of message over merit. Performance could not shield Carlson from the consequence of America's adoption of a feminized culture that levels the playing field by castrating men, reimagining traditional standards, and embracing a false reality. Monday morning, Fox News cut ties with the most popular host on cable television. According to the Los Angeles Times and other so-called news outlets, Rupert Murdoch, the founder of Fox News, decided to oust Carlson partially because of a discrimination lawsuit filed by Abby Grossberg, a former talent booker on Tucker Carlson Tonight. Grossberg claims she was bullied and subjected to anti-Semitic remarks while working for Carlson. It's a familiar pattern at Fox News and across corporate media in America. From Roger Ailes to Tavis Smiley to Bill O'Reilly, the misbehavior of men and/or the allegations of a disgruntled female employee are used to dislodge men from positions of influence. Let me state this for clarity and transparency. I was a frequent guest on Carlson's program. I consider Carlson a friend. I find him smart, authentic, and reasonable. I've not spoken to him since he and Fox News parted ways. Nor have I spoken with Brian Friedman, the brilliant lawyer reportedly representing Carlson in his dispute with Fox. Friedman previously negotiated my settlement with a media outlet. Now, I don't buy the allegations against Carlson. According to the LA Times, Grossberg worked on Carlson's show for a short time after being reassigned from a different Fox News show. She was fired. It's difficult to fire any employee. Many of them, man or woman, claim they were harassed, bullied, treated unfairly. They're always reluctant to admit their shortcomings. You catch an employee stealing, and he will instantly claim you overlooked a coworker committing murder. What about Brett Favre, O.J. Simpson? Firing a woman is more difficult than open heart surgery. Every communication can be reformulated into an example of sexual harassment or misogyny. That's why I'm aloof, distant, and measured with all coworkers. It's the only way I know to protect myself. Media workplaces are minefields. Super attractive women form obstacle courses a Navy SEAL would find difficult to navigate without detonating a blonde, brunette, or redheaded bombshell. For white men, they face the added threat of being charged with racism or anti-Semitism. The workplace playing field isn't level. Women have outsized power and control. So do the LGBTQ and people of color who see themselves as perpetual victims of white supremacy. These special interest groups have used their power and leverage to remake workplace culture. They've turned human resource departments into the most powerful force within any company. Managing easily triggered sensibilities takes precedence over maximizing production. Workplaces are daycares filled with crying babies masquerading as employees. Over the last 20 years, diversity, inclusion, and equity, and other subjective standards unseated performance as king of the workforce. MSNBC's ratings-deficient Joy Reid has every bit as much job security as Carlson, the highest-rated cable host. So does CNN's Anderson Cooper, and the ensemble of dimwits hosting ABC's The View. Joy Reid is black, Anderson Cooper is gay, Whoopi Goldberg, AKA Karen Elaine Johnson, that's her real name. Whoopi is black and identifies as Jewish. Sonny Hostin is Puerto African American. Joy Behar wants to be Bette Midler. Tucker Carlson is a white man who used his platform to promote Judeo-Christian culture and the patriarchy. There was a time when his dominant ratings would have protected him from the special interest groups. Ratings used to be the box hosts were required to check. That time has passed. Message is king. Drawing an audience is optional in the matriarchy matrix. What a host tells his or her audience matters far more than the size of his audience. Comedian Steve Harvey is the gold standard for heterosexual Christian men on TV. I like Steve Harvey. He's funny, he's likable, he's also harmless. He bows to the matriarchy. He preaches a homespun prosperity gospel. He has his own daily talk show. He hosts The Family Feud. He's the star of Judge Steve Harvey. Corporate America is pouring millions of dollars into Steve Harvey to set him up as the role model for all Christian male influencers. Be harmless. Bow to the matriarchy. Stay on message. And the message is simple. The key to improving America is emasculating men and eliminating merit. You earn only what the prevailing power grants you for your service to the prevailing power. Tucker Carlson challenged the prevailing power, the matriarchal ideology promoted by leftists. He platformed pundits and experts who challenged Big Pharma on the COVID vaccine, Democrats on the laughable January 6th insurrection narrative, the alphabet mafia on transgenderism and drag queens, and the military-industrial complex on the war in Ukraine. His courageous, afflict the powerful, populist style attracted a massive audience. His competitors lacked his talent or courage. They conspired to bring him down. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez called for the government to censor Carlson. Chuck Schumer demanded that Rupert Murdoch stop Carlson from showing the January 6 tapes. The ladies on The View celebrated his demise. Watch for yourself.
Word has just come down that Fox News Media and Tucker Carlson have agreed to part ways. They thank him for his service to the network and host of a prior contributor. Wave.
You know,
We'll talk more about it tomorrow but we wanted to make sure that we let you know what was going on.
Well, can I ask the audience if they'll help me do something? Come on, folks. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye. Na 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 na.
I mean,
Sayonara.
I don't think anyone likes to celebrate the demise of someone's career, but
Well,
he
he's
is,
not-
but
he's
he is
not dead,
responsible for the demise of someone's career.
Yeah.
But he is responsible for the degradation that we see somewhat of our democracy in this country. And I just think, as a faithful person, look at God. Look at God.
Well, and
You know?
Russian propaganda hardest
what I
hit. I
think.
mean, he's been the biggest purveyor of pro-Russian talking
Yeah.
points. So it's a good day for the Ukrainian people.
Karma doesn't
tomorrow,
lose
yeah.
anyone's address.
No.
So
Well, it may misplace the address, but it does not lose.
This woman, Sonny Hostin,
Look at God. Look at God. Tucker Carlson's responsible for the degradation of American society.
these people are so dishonest, so ignorant, so evil. And this isn't emotion about Tucker Carlson. He's gonna be perfectly fine. He's got a laundry list of suitors. He'll make plenty of money moving forward. He'll be an even more powerful force, I think, on the other side of this, I think and hope. But women, I'm just sorry, they've degraded this society. Women and emasculated men rule America. The matriarchy has taken over the patriarchy. Merit has no place here. The order spelled out in the Bible carries no weight in America. In pursuit of power and influence, the biblically described weaker vessel, that's in the book of Peter, eradicated competition and emphasized a handful of identities. Diversity, inclusion, and equity killed performance, merit, and Christianity. Fox News will install an inferior replacement, and the rest of corporate media will claim our affinity for Carlson reflects our misogyny and racism. To be tolerated, the matriarchy requires Marxism and a matrix.